Alright, folks, now that I've reviewed all of the Transformers movies, it's time to stop and rank all the Transformers movies. You may be asking, what's with the shirt? Well, um, missed the van for work this morning. They're gonna pick me up later, so I'm gonna keep this shirt on because I still gotta go to work. So, forget about that. We're gonna talk about the Transformers, a very confusing franchise to say the least. Bottom of the barrel, worst of the bunch, number 7. No surprise here. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. This is just, I don't know what Michael Bay was thinking. For some reason, when he does number 2 sequels like this and Bad Boys 2, he just doesn't care. And you can tell he doesn't care in this film. There's, you know, ignoring continuity from the first film, saying there's a piece of the shard on his jacket. Not only that, but when he touches it, something happens. He was holding the whole cube in the first film, and nothing happened. Who knows? And then you got Shia LaBeouf doing the face and ruining a perfectly good cake. Megan Fox is over-sexualized in this, which is, I don't know, necessarily a bad thing at the time, but it's just, Michael Bay has a problem with that. It just doesn't work. It's the worst one. It's terrible. Number 6 is Age of Extinction. So, yeah. Right now I'm going to say that everything after Revenge of the Fallen, I can sit through and watch just fine. This one is a long one, but it's fine to sit through. There are some things that make you cringe, like, there's a 19-year-old actress playing a 17-year-old, and they did this on purpose. It's not like they just threw it in there. No, they hired a 19-year-old actress to play a 17-year-old so they could do a joke about how, she's dating someone who's of age and she's not of age. It just doesn't work. Mark Wahlberg, and even T.J. Miller can't save this film. He gets exploded and somehow makes it better. I don't know. The villains are meh, and you have Galvatron, who disappears and never shows up again within this franchise, although reportedly in the Transformers reboot, because we gotta reboot everything, they're bringing Galvatron back as a villain. I don't know. Number 5 is going to be The Last Knight. This one's a little bit better than Age of Extinction. You don't get that kind of, you actually have an underage actress, so you can't do that joke. You don't have, when you bring the Merlin stuff in there. And what really brings it to me, and I know when I saw the trailer, I was a little angry because they're bringing one of my favorite stories, Merlin, Knights of the Round Table, stuff like that, into it, which doesn't make any sense, but then the trailer shows that we're going to get that, and one of the first lines is that Merlin was a fake. So what's the point? If you're going to do it, go all in, you know what I'm saying? And, the trailer's showing Optimus is evil, and then we see him turning at the beginning of the film. We don't see him until the climax, and what saves him? Bumblebee's voice, which he claims he hasn't heard in centuries, but it's only been a few years. I don't know. Number 4. Transformers, the movie from 1986. Yes, you kill off Optimus. This movie is one big toy-selling trap. I'm telling you that right now. It's one big toy-selling marketing tool. They said, they came, we're going to do a Transformers movie. And then they said, well, what are we going to do? These kids aren't buying our toys. Motherfucker, making a movie would have sold your toys fine. You put out new toys for the movie, they would have bought them. But no, you decide we're going to get rid of all the characters that these kids love, including Optimus Prime, and then we're going to bring in new ones that suck. And this resulted with later on in the TV series having to bring Optimus Prime back. And it's just, no, it's not a bad movie. It's 80s as all hell with the music. Dare, even in all your friends tonight. You got the touch. You got the power. Yeah. And just the action and stuff. It's very good to watch. I enjoy myself watching it, but you gotta, nah. It's to sell toys. That's all this movie did, was to sell toys for the wrong reasons. You could have sold toys fine by just putting out versions of the movie, versions of the toys. They did that with Power Rangers, and they sold toys there. So it just, yeah. Number 3 is Bumblebee. Now, once upon a time ago, this is probably number 2. When I first watched this, I said this was the best movie, best Transformers film since the first one. But then I watched Dark of the Moon with my son on TV, and I was like, this one's actually pretty good. So this is number 3, and also this time watching it, it's the formula we've seen before. In the 80s, where this takes place. You know, kid finds some strange thing that fell from space. Weird shenanigans happen. The government is after it. That's E.T. That's Mac and Me. It's been done. You know, Fly the Navigator. Come on. It's been done before. You have John Cena playing stock government guy who doesn't believe anything. You have the only really memorable character besides Bumblebee is Memo, which I didn't mention in my review, and I feel ashamed for that. But, yeah, Haley Steinfeld is fine. You know, her story is another stock cliche. She was this person, and someone died, or something happened that changed that. And now, to save the day, she's got to confront that and, you know, deal with that. And it's been done in movies before. But it's still a good movie. Number 2. Is Dark of the Moon. Yes, this was fun to watch. There's that whole thing with, you know, Sam, or whatever, but just like, this movie is actually not that bad. The moon landing, putting the moon landing into it, pretty good idea. You probably should have done that in the second one and ignored the second stuff, you know. And Michael Bay decided since this worked, he's got to retcon history throughout the rest of the franchise. Oh yeah, another big plus that Michael Bay didn't direct this. Travis Knight. So here, yeah, it's fine. It's Michael Bay, but you get the climax of this film, the big fight in Chicago. 1, Chicago. 2, is a fantastic fight. I mean, it's awesome. The battles and the explosions, and you got Sam leading Lennox and Epps and others through the battle, you know, complaining, we go back and forth, but you kind of see both here going on at the same time, and it's cool. But number 1 is the original Transformers. For me, this was the only one I genuinely really liked. I can almost say loved, but this was the one where I was like, yes, more of this. And then we got that. And I'm allergic to Megatron. But yes, this was done very well. For some reason, Michael Bay can do first films very well. Bad Boys. This. The Rock, Armageddon. Single films, he can do fine. But then when he gets money on the brain and he starts doing sequels, that's when he gets overdone. Yes, there's over-sexualizing Megan Fox. Yes, there's wacky dialogue. Yes, there's base explosions. But it works in this film. And that's why it's number 1. So what are your thoughts on the Transformers franchise? Let me know your ranking down in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty. See you in the next one.